Vale, teníamos esto.
Thank you again. You'll come back to visit me, won't you? It's so quiet here all by myself. So lonely. You even start to miss logic.
Pero no entiendo por qué me sigue diciendo lo de la... Lo de la esta. Vale, teníamos... Tengo que luego orientarme las cartas. Que las tengo un poquito y necesito comprar. Porque no tengo... Me voy a bajar un poco el volumen porque me está atronando un poco. Tengo que comprar las cartas nuevas. Y hacernos un mazo... Bueno, espérate. Que también quería mirar el diary. Vale. Tenemos que seguir de frente y luego meternos por la calle de la izquierda y subir. Hay que enfrentarse a Dosito. Que es la única misión secundaria que me queda aquí. No, si sé que aún me quedan cosas por dar, si lo sé. Si me queda el reino del 3, me queda el reino del 4, 5 y 6 todavía. Me quedan todos. Oh, sí. Dame dinero. Estaba mirando a ver si había algo. Vale. Y aquí tenemos a este. Que esta ya hemos rescatado a su hermana. Ya sé lo que le has hecho a tu gemela, Dosito. La engañaste para que fuese en tu lugar a Doslón.
How did you? It was a moment of weakness. I didn't think it through. It's awful in the upside down town, and I just knew I'd hate it there. And Big Red is so easy to trick because she's me. We're the same person, born into two different bodies.
Es como si se hubiesen separado. ¿Qué serie de anime había visto yo algo así parecido? Que la persona se había dividido en dos. No me acuerdo.
You're right. I have so much regret. I don't. Please, will you help?
Bueno, Dosito, te traigo buenas noticias. He rescatado a tu gemela.
You did? Now she's going to kill me.
Correcto.
And I'm grateful that you gave her back the freedom to do so. You've let me take back the greatest mistake of my life. And I know my relationship with Big Red will never be the same. But at least now I have a chance to fix it. I wouldn't have that without you. Thank you, even. And here, for luck better than mine.
Vale, ¿me vas a dar una carta o pasta? Pasta. Bueno, 110 monedas, escucha. No voy a decir que no a algo de dinero. Y más en estos tiempos que corren. El dinero no crece en los árboles. Que ojalá. Porque si el dinero creciera en los árboles, Jesus ya habría plantado 3 y hubiese generado dinero y se hubiese venido a España. Amén. Y todos lo sabemos. No lo decimos, pero lo sabemos. Vale, pues aquí estamos. Y podemos arreglar al dado ahora. Porque tenemos a Tríope.
Hey, what happened? I heard a ruckus.
Long story. But I've got your eyes, Seymour.
Oh, my peepers and weepers. Oh, I've missed you so much. Much better. And as for those pips, if you don't mind, it
¿Te
just
toca el
takes
ajedrez?
precision,
¿Ajedrez?
utmost finesse, and done. Good as new, little buddy.
Coño, qué hostia le he metido. No, porque si ya me lo pasé, Alice. Gracias por arreglar a mi amigo, Tríope.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for helping me properly see again.
Gracias por ayudarme de nuevo. De nada, colega.
Not everyone would have done what you did, and old Seymour here will never forget that. So, what are you gonna do now?
Me iré a Triena tras el resto de mi hermana.
I know you'll find her even. You found my eyes, and they're probably way smaller than your sister, right?
Cierto.
So, there you have it. Well, I wish you well on your next
No, es que la
adventure. And,
las dos
if I could give
exclamaciones
you
son
some
que me va a
semi
reparar
unsolicited
y que
advice,
tengo ahora que tirar el dado. ¿Me permites un consejo? Sí,
every roll of the dice matters, but not
pero no
every
todas
roll
cuentan.
counts.
Creo que críptico.
Isn't it though? It's so fun. Bye, even. I'll miss you, but I'm sure
Es que
we'll
en
see each other
teoría,
again
cuando
in
tú coges
far-off places.
¿Y cómo se llama esto? Si yo, por ejemplo, cuando desbloqueé recompensa de Adelio mejorado, Tríope ha mejorado de Adelio y ahora puede sacar un 3. Par puede abrir ahora la puerta de Triena. Cuando ya tienes todos los puntos y puedes sacar el 6, como puedes tirar de 1 a 6, pues entonces puede ser que en una tirada te saques un 5 y tengas solamente una carta y la puedas tirar. Puede existir esa casualidad. Como puede ser que tengas solamente una carta que valga 3 y te salga un 1. Puede existir esa casualidad. Vale, pues ahora tiramos el dado. Sale el 3.
The girl was a long way from home, about to enter the land of three. Who knew what adventures awaited her there? The answer is me. I do. I'm the narrator.
Para eso se...
Even and dicey, the adventure was just beginning. And even Sister was still out there, somewhere, lost in random.
Lost in Random. Ahí está. O sea que nos toca Triena ahora. Vale, sí, nos toca Triena. Oh. Hola. Oh. Hostia. Este dado crece crece más rápido que mi hambre. Hasta luego. Sepultada por el dado. ¿Eh? Vale.
Home, I guess.
Impar. Es impar.
Don't touch that!
Joder.
You mustn't ever touch that odd. Ever. Never touch it again.
Pero ¿para qué sirve la de Sistovia? ¿Por qué tiene esto montado?
I have it because I desire it, Odd. You're 12. There are things you don't understand yet. Anyway, forget it. Because I have something for you, Odd. Something special.
Algo especial. Oh, ¿qué es?
No, you can't have anything. But you can earn it.
Ujú.
Go on, try it. I had it made just for you.
Vale. Una máscara. Y aquí empieza. Y entonces se convirtió en la máscara. Ya. Tiene sus motivos. Ah, bueno, ve, nos hemos hecho una siestecita.
Above even was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Ok.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away!
Espérate. Sácame dinero. ¡Yuhu! Moneditas. Moneditas
Hurry,
for me.
she's in our sights.
Más dinero.
Not today, spider monster.
Spider-Man. ¿Cómo? Spider-Man Monster. Vale, mirando a ver si hay más. No. Vale, por ahí está el fantasma. Bien, ahí, ahí. Dinerito, dinerito. Uh.
You! Oh, wait, wait!
Vale, ahí está la araña. Gaviotas. Vale, Alice.
Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
No voy a hacer comentarios a esa frase. De que las ha visto más grandes. Vale. Perfecto. Bien. Vale. Y el fantasma se mete ahí dentro. Obviamente no podía ir a otro lado. No podía ir a otro lado. Tenía que ser a ese.
I always knew I was a sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A six-odd child is missing! I repeat, a six-odd is missing. I can be rewarded. Breaking rules by the grace of the Queen.
Oh,
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
vale, pues han puesto una recompensa por su cabeza. Por el niño que desaparecido.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister.
Seguro.
Even
A buscar a Bernardo.
Come on! We've got to find him!
Venga, venga.
Yes, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway.
A ver. Más dinero. Dinero, dinero, dinero. Hostias. ¿Qué estatuas? Hay 3 estatuas gigantes. Oh, se están pegando.
Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Y se atacaban entre ellos. Joder. La de la tía va a tope, ¿eh?
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old
Sí, sí, sí. Manu, tú tranquilo.
Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around.
No,
Then again, that
tranquilo.
just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cars.
Me lo voy a
eh?
cargar. Sí, claro. Pregunta, ¿qué haces aquí?
I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing.
Correcto.
Let's trade cards.
Venga, venga. Pero ¿cómo lograste salir del Hondos?
Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's...
Venga. 500 y pico. El espíritu vengativo es una. La del puñal. A ver qué cartas más tengo que no tenga. Vale, la de dañar. La de dañar no la tengo. Esta no la tengo. Vale, me puedo comprar otra. No tengo suficiente para esta, tiene que ser una baja. ¿Cuántas? Vale, las de piedras, ¿cuántas tengo? 2. Arco tengo una. Bomba. Es que todavía no he desbloqueado las siguientes cartas, entonces tengo que comprar una. Y la de piedra. Y la de piedra te vendría bien. Sí, si la cosa es gastar otra. Tendría que gastar otra. Para que me dé la siguiente. Voy a gastarla en esta. Vamos a desbloquear. Trampa, suerte o riesgo. Vamos a ver trampa. Pues me acaba de tocar un mojón y medio. Me han vuelto a dar las de escudo y demás, pero no me han dado nada. Ah, bueno, tengo la de super elixir, cierto. Tenemos para la del super elixir, que esa me vendría bien. La Natalia sanadora.
I'm noble, you understand.
Vale, ¿y este?
Bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I
Reginaldo.
suppose.
Pues parece haber tenido días mejores.
It has.
Buenas, Agus.
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
Pues qué suerte, ¿no?
I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then, it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder.
¿Conoció al rey?
Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another
Bienvenido, Agus. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed civil war started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around the battlefield. Please excuse me.
Busca a Greta Repique. Vale. A ver este. Perdona, ¿has visto algún niño por aquí?
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this?
Es amigo mío y corre peligro.
Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child.
Entonces, ¿has visto?
Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief.
Buenas, Edu.
spying on people. I make
Con un
a
poco
point
de
of
dolor de
not
garganta.
remembering anyone
Será
I
de lo
see
que
in
hablas en los
public.
directos.
Privacy is very important to me, I understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all.
Bueno, gracias.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
A ver, este.
Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment?
Fenix, ¿qué te pareció el trailer de Halo? La verdad, de puta madre. ¿Tienes un momento? Sí, claro.
Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you
Por
know
eso lo
the story
decía.
of the three siblings.
Era con ironía. No.
Oh, what fun. Yes, let's. So, since you're
Bueno, como es la
hearing
primera vez
this
que lo
for the
escuchas.
first time, let me tell you about the three siblings involved. There's the paranoid count up in High Bet Haven to the west. The soft and coddled duke living in Fogwash Garden to the north. And the duty-bound and tough-as-heck baroness living out
Y hay
east
que ir a hablar
on
con ellos,
Wildcard
obvio.
Hill. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of
No creo que haya
them?
sido ninguno.
Oh,
Puede ser que haya sido un
I've never
malentendido.
heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Vale. Y ahora hablar con este hombre de aquí. Que creo que este es el de la misión.
has begun. The king must be saved.
¿Un ataque? ¿De quién?
What? Identify yourself, stranger.
Soy Par. ¿Quién eres tú?
I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war.
Ojo, un resfriado. Mejórate. Ese rey que has mencionado, ¿a quién protege?
Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years. Don't you remember? What? How did you know my name?
Esta se le va la cabeza.
What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger.
Joder, qué mal está tú. Y luego decíamos de Alice.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I
Ojo,
can't
Bernie.
get back home without knowing the way.
Gracias, Dan, por el
Or
host.
can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Anda que Agus. Vale. ¿Y este? Sí. Perdona, ¿has visto algún niño por aquí?
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing.
Es Bernie.
Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before this shadow
Antes de que lo haga el
man
coco.
does.
¿Quién es ese tal coco?
Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child.
The Shadow
Especially
Man.
Children out all alone.
Mola más Shadow Man que el coco. Oh, cuidado que viene el coco. Joder, cómo impones, Madre mía. Perdona, ¿has visto algún niño por aquí?
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures.
Pues sí.
All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him.
Pues puede ser.
As well they should. You shouldn't be afraid, child.
Bueno, por ahora vamos bien. Vale, a ver este. Perdona, ¿has visto algún niño por aquí?
Leave me alone. I'm busy.
Por favor, es importante, está en peligro.
Everything's important to someone. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now.
¿El coco?
Oh, you really are in over your head.
Seguramente sabes cómo encontrar al coco. Vamos, dime.
Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him.
Sí, por favor.
The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrew
De
Alley.
sal sí
And he can
puedes, ¿eh?
always see you, but
Qué buen
you
nombre.
can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrew Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see.
¿Entonces es un fantasma?
If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Busca al coco.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Go on, Dicey.
Vale, entra. Solo quiere salir corriendo. Vale. Vale.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Oh, Dios mío, qué miedo.
This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
Pam, pam. Parararara. ¿Quieres que te tengo miedo? Pues no.
That may be true, but there is another truth.
¿Cuál?
That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be.
¿Qué eres?
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes
Menos de bajo presupuesto. Sí.
I'm what comes for children.
Tiene encima el mismo tono de voz.
Far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war.
Deja en paz a Bernardo.
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage.
Déjalo libre ahora mismo. Esto es un secuestro en tablero.
You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need.
¿Qué necesitas?
Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me.
¿Seguro?
That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end.
Vale. Vale. ¿Por qué te importa a ti la paz?
About being feared. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be
Vamos, que ha
afraid to
perdido fama por la guerra, porque solo se habla de la guerra y él ha pasado a ser un segundón.
And often I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace.
Correcto.
During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day
Correcto.
long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is a greater horror. And they have overindulged.
Correcto, es que se han olvidado de él.
If you want me to give you
Y encima habla, Agus. En su idioma, pero habla.
change that.
¿Quieres que termine con esta guerra y cómo?
I don't care how.
Vale, entonces ahí está el objetivo. No devolver a Bernardo si acabamos con la disputa entre los tres.
Feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder.
Oh, mi amigo solo lleva un disfraz y...
Silence! Don't insult me with your bloody lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man.
Date cuenta de que son 6 ciudades.
Carry the power to affect the
Una por cada cara del dado. Y estamos ahora mismo en la 3.
Figure
Nos
it
queda
out,
4, 5 y 6.
or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again.
Tu hermana. ¿Cómo sabes lo de impar?
For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
Ya te lo ha dicho bien claro.
Save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man. Even had to end Threedom's civil war.
Pues
It
hala.
was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die.
Pregunta por la
All she
guerra.
needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Hay que volver a preguntarle al pavo este. Lo que he hecho antes, pues volver a hacerlo. Ah, no. Hay que preguntarle a este. Hay que preguntarle a este.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we?
Hoy mismo.
No, I don't. I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want?
¿Cómo está esta guerra?
Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened.
¿Mató al rey alguno de los trillizos?
There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but...
Hey, lo siento, no llores, por favor.
I'm sorry, It was such a shame, such a...
Gracias, Agus, por el
I'm
host.
sorry, I forgot what we were talking about.
Me encanta, es que es como Alice.
Do I know you?
Se le va la pinza. Más información de los trillizos.
The children of the king. Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember.
Qué raro que tal. Vale, habla del conde.
He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at
Correcto.
least, I think we did.
Correcto, Alice. Háblame de la baronesa.
She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty. But she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath.
Joder.
The only thing that impresses her. is war.
Háblame del duque.
I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things.
Vale.
He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was
De esto sí que se acuerda, ¿eh? Saludos, Manu.
all in one single dish. He achieved it a
¿Qué
week
tal,
later
profesor?
and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing.
Prefiero que hablemos de otra cosa.
Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember
Esa frase es
things
mucha
as
de
well as I
Alice, lo
used
siento,
to.
pero
I have
últimamente no me
moments
acuerdo
where
muy
I
bien de
can
las
see
cosas.
things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One
Brincando,
for each
como
triplet.
todos.
That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too.
Ah, vale. Pues hay que encontrar un objeto y el arma con la que se mató al rey. Vale.
I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember.
Muy a corto plazo. Te traeré los objetos.
That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
En fin. Allá vamos. El objeto del conde. Saca flunch. Y ahora la otra. Placa. Encuentra el objeto de la baronesa. Encuentra el objeto de este. Encuentra el objeto del otro. Bueno, dale, León. Y se va a ese que estaba protegiendo.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power?
Pequeño pero matón.
And now, Even suddenly felt like
Bueno, Manu,
she had
no
the
tengo
world
pasta,
on her
pero
shoulders.
volveré a por más cartas, no te
She
preocupes.
solved the mystery of the king's murder.
Digo, que me quedo aquí pillado.
It's the Count, ladies and gentlemen. The Count has won the roll.
Puentes Espada, Plaza Mayor de Triena. Vale, aquí hay un personaje. Voy a mirar si por aquí hubiera monedas. Sí. Otro más. Vale, aquí. La tía tetera.
I'm tea-time Tootsie. I used to be our late king's master planner.
Sin pasta no vuelvas. Tranquilo que traeré pasta. La estrategia mayor se... ¿La estrategia mayor se llama tita tetera?
Hey, we don't choose our names, our parents did. Oh, well, the Nanny Fortuna renamed me after my previous master was murdered.
Vaya.
I hear she likes tea. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know.
¿Cuál es tu secreto?
Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge.
Tiene mucho diálogo este juego, o sea que hago mucho de esto, ya te lo adelanto.
I just invented that saying right now. Here, let me give you an example. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the colossuses moves.
Me he dado cuenta.
Every everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most
quien
of the
trae más
robots
robots.
and demands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them?
No.
No. Only I see it.
¿Estás pensando en hablar con la baronesa?
By the order of Nene Fortuna, I am not to
No
work
trabaja para
either.
ninguno de ellos.
Although
Es
I would
independiente.
be interested
Es autónoma
in
esta mujer.
more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it
Ah, vale. Vale. Hay que pelear con ellos y hay que conocerles a ellos, cómo pelean. Y luego hablarle a ella, vale. Más monedas para mano. Más monedas, más monedas, más monedas, Vale. Los dominios del duque están de frente, los del conde a la izquierda y los de la baronesa a la derecha. Vamos por aquí primero. Más dinero para mano. Más dinero, más dinero, más dinero. ¡Ué! Vale.
Someone has entered your
Este juego sabe lo que me
ruined
gusta, sí.
castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy pants brother who thinks he's so much
Ya, lo sé.
sending their
Voy a ir de izquierda a
assassins to
derecha.
me in my sleep. But this count is awake and ready for you. You hear that, assassins?
Una pregunta, ¿por qué se parece tanto a Don Quijote?